it is time once again for the Guys Weekend podcast. I am Josh Henney, along with, as always, you can see our beautiful, beautiful new logo in the background with them, Brandon Parks.
Yes, I tried to switch the logo up top, but when I do that, it's not zoomed in on it, so I gotta crop that shit out of there. It's covering up Alex's face anyway, but it's all right. Boy, howdy, let me tell you. Yesterday, yikes. We got a keg for the last pool party at Tice's house. And the deal was we weren't leaving until it was floating. And son of a bitch, we got it to float. So it was great. I feel like not so great.
That's a lot of CO2, buddy.
It's a lot. I think I yacked at 5. Did a few keg stands. Yeah. Just miserable. I don't know why I do that to myself. Then we came back here.
Had a few more beers.
No. I didn't. We went over to Nathan's because they wanted to go for a beer. And I'm like, ugh. I didn't even finish my beer over there. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. I got to go back. And I ended up taking a little nap on the patio couch, which is, it's really comfortable. Like it's mint. I appreciate it. It didn't smell like homeless people, which was nice. Magoo had a good fire going for me. So I just took a little siesta. I was out there for like an hour or so. It was nice. And then next thing you know, people came back and they're like, hey, we're leaving. I'm like, I don't care. Bye. Drive safely.
Take your shit. Don't leave anything.
Yeah. I was stirring up buffalo chicken dip with a beer bottle because I couldn't find anything else. I do believe there are still 2 pans of food on the smoker. Which, whatever. I'll just reheat that today and have a little snack for football. So, whew, man. Rough. I was in bed by midnight. But man,
the wife and I both got our iPhone 14 sent to us yesterday.
Ooh, yeah. Are they sweet? Is the disappearing island the coolest feature about the new phone?
It's everything. I don't have anything negative to really say. I would say that I don't think a lot of the apps are compatible with iOS 16 yet.
Did they ship it with iOS 16 on there?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. So that must mean the full release is coming out. It should be today, I'm guessing, or tomorrow.
They did send an update. So there was already an 16.01.
Oh, cool.
It was causing a lot of apps to crash. But yeah, we got everything updated. The only thing I will say, so me and her got the Pro.
Yeah.
If you don't have a case yet, which our cases are supposed to be here tomorrow, the cameras, the lenses of the cameras just stick out so far that it doesn't sit fucking
flat. It rattles.
Yeah.
It's goofy.
But other than that, I don't have any real complaints yet.
Stellar.
I kind of do like the no sleep feature. It doesn't.
Oh yeah, the auto on.
Yeah, so I don't
display.
have to. I could like look over my phone, see what time it is without fucking having to touch it.
And it just fucking gets real bright in your face in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Like shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. I knew a lot of people were up in the air about that. They didn't know if it was going to be a good thing or a bad thing, or if it was going to.
It doesn't seem like it doesn't drain the battery more than it you normally does. So,
well, then that's good.
But yeah, everything seems to be all right so far.
That's fantastic.
I still got to go in and play around, see all the other features. I haven't really fucked around with the camera too much yet.
They're nice.
So we did that. We mainly got the Pro for the camera features and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
The wife's all about making memories, saving memories on the phone.
You picked the right phone to do it with. So
I was surprised it got here. Well, mine actually got delivered on Friday. Hers didn't get delivered till Saturday.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Two of the same things.
We ordered them at the same time. They both got shipped from the same place.
That's great. Logistics. It's terrible.
Love it.
So I started playing God of War,
the
one that came out in 2018. And I don't know why it took me so long to play this game. It's awesome. Like, it's fantastic. If I didn't have to go to the softball game, I'd probably be playing it right after we get off here, just because I'm in. So I'm excited for the new God of War Ragnarok, which I believe comes out next month. So
I have been playing. I started replaying Fallout 4.
Oh yeah, it's a classic.
It's it still holds up. Still holds up. It's a little confused. Like, you start looking at it and you're like, the story might be a little weaker than previous Fallouts,
Yeah.
But the gameplay still holds up. My wife and daughter have been playing a lot of. And I don't know if you've seen videos and stuff of this being played, but it's called Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Yes, I actually texted Amber about that. It's basically like Sims but Disney, right?
Yeah. And you could do a lot of shit. I would say it's like a cross between The Sims and Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay.
And they just merged to Disney.
That's pretty sweet.
It's pretty cool. Still kind of glitchy. This is apparently going to be a free to play type of deal eventually, when they do the full release next year.
I was gonna say, didn't it just come out like a preview on Game Pass or whatever?
Yeah.
Last week.
But I guess it's going to be on Game Pass. It's going to be free to play at some point. It is on other consoles. Like, you can play it on Switch too, but it's like $4 or $5 to play it on Switch.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you can keep any of your saves and stuff like that, and then they're eventually just gonna release a bunch of updates and stuff that you'll have to pay for along the way. Cool. DLCs and stuff like that.
Seems to be a wise move. I mean,
listen, I've been saying Disney should have did something like that for the last few years.
Yeah.
An open world game that you can go from, Disney World to Disney, the worlds inside of the Disney umbrella. And they it looks like they've kind of done that. Now, me personally, it's a very childish kind of game. I can't get. I've never been one that got into Sims and Animal Crossing and stuff like that. But I wish it was more like action driven. The little bit more action and stuff in the gameplay. But the kids like it. The wife likes it. So
there we go.
They're putting in the amount of hours they're putting into this fucking game. Reminds me of GTA at age 15,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rockstar officially gave up on GTA 5 and Red Dead 2.
Jeez.
To focus on GTA 6. So
good.
That's good news. But yeah, logging them hours. You gotta love it. I seen some new gameplay. Logan and I, we've been talking about the new Gooch, sorry. Been talking about the new Modern Warfare 2. They did some live playing of that this past week and streamed it. To me, it just looks like the same.
That's all it is, just the same game reskinned.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe I'll try Warzone 2 because it's free. But I can't see paying $70 for a campaign. It's probably only going to be 8 hours, maybe. If that.
I think I beat the last campaign in 4.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm good. Maybe I hit it on a Black Friday special where it's $40, something like that. Wouldn't be too bad. I heard an interesting thing on the radio this week, and it got my wheels turning. They said if you could choose any movie prop to own that's not a vehicle, what would it be? And I'm like, man, it's a pretty loaded question because there's a lot of
the chair that Tony Montana sits in Scarface.
That's a good one. Hell yeah.
Get it for a present. Get it for a present for Magoo, and that's all he's going to be doing for a whole weekend is just snorting hooch through his nose.
Oh yeah, yeah. My daddy eats sugar with his nose. That'd be awesome. I started thinking, I'm like, man, what would I want? The original Shatner mask from the first Halloween movie would be kind of cool to have.
See, I found something interesting. I knew that the Halloween was a Shatner mask, but I thought it was just painted white. Apparently, it was turned inside out too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, which I think would be kind of cool. Wyatt Earp's Kurt Russell's 6-shooter from Tombstone would be sweet, or Doc's cup when he does the little thingy in the bar with Billy Bob Thornton, or what's his face, Rico. That would be neat.
It'd probably be like Batman suit from Michael Keaton's cool. Batman.
Yeah, that'd be
something
cool.
like that, or like any type of memorabilia from like any of the Marvel movies. Like even if it was just like the mask from the first Iron Man,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Be neat.
Yeah,
the suit that Natasha wore.
So let me tell you what I watched Friday night when I came home from work.
Oh,
I'll give you one guess.
Peaky Blinders.
No, I did not.
Morbius.
It was a movie.
Morbius.
No. It's a classic.
No. I don't know.
1988. It involves a bar.
Was it Roadhouse?
Yes.
Nice.
Fucking movie still holds up.
It's so good.
So good. Listen,
it was on TV the other day at work.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That movie has the best combination of storytelling, action, romance, comedy, and it's got Swayze.
It's a very well done movie, and it's a classic.
Sam Elliott.
Motherfucker hasn't aged a day.
Kelly
He's
Lynch.
Like 90. Yeah, it's great. It's so good.
It's such a good movie.
It is. Roadhouse. We started watching Echoes. Wow.
How much did your mind get fucked?
Dude, it like fucked from the start. And I always like to watch shows like that or even a movie, and I like to try to formulate what I think is going to happen, or like try to, predict what's going on and what's actually happening. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, no fucking clue. I had one theory and it was partly true, which you find out, I believe, in the second episode. I think we're on the second episode, third episode. I can't remember. But fuck, other than that, I'm like, man, this shit's wild. And then
so many twists and turns.
The main actress, like in the first episode, I don't think she had any dialogue that wasn't a question. Everything she said, I'm like, what the fuck? I looked at Maggie. I'm like, is she asking a lot of questions, or is it just me? Like every statement she has was a question. I'm like, this is weird. I wonder if this is by design. And then, obviously the show unfolds a little bit more, and there's a spider slowly making its way. That's why I keep looking over here. It just keeps tweaking the fuck out. But yeah, so that'll be interesting to get into more.
Where'd you get up to?
I think we're only on episode. I think we just finished 2.
Okay. 4 gets real heavy and real like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like it's one of those that episode 4 really gets you.
Really gets you? All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it then. I'll have to watch it this week for sure. Zach, I seen Zach yesterday. He was telling me about Dune.
I finally watched that. I finally watched the Dune on HBO.
Oh, sweet.
The kids and the wife did not know what the fuck was going on.
As to be expected, I would suppose. I mean,
from beginning to end, 2.5 hours, they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Classic, dude.
And my son looks at me and said, is this a Star Wars ripoff? I was like, no, bud, the other way around.
The other way around. Fantastic. I'm excited for that game. That game is going to be pretty cool. I want to try that out. Hopefully it's not a flop. I don't know.
I think Ubisoft needs to come out with a new Prince of Persia.
That'd be really cool. I seen the gameplay. I know it was a cinematic trailer, but for Assassin's Creed Mirage, that looks pretty cool. I didn't realize they're working on they're releasing 4 Assassin's Creed games all at once. Yeah, I know one of them's mobile, but
my daughter's been playing Origins on Game Pass.
Yeah,
right now. Listen, the Ezio trilogy, hands down, by far, best gameplay, best story, best everything. I thought it was very well done. After that, it kind of gets a little confusing on what you're really doing. There's no real story. It's like you're in the Animus, but you're not really doing anything. Fighting for anything outside of the Animus.
Nothing meaningful.
Yeah, you're just in the Animus doing what the fuck ever.
Yeah. What was the one that was oh shit. Revolutionary War.
Oh, that was Assassin's 3.
Was that 3?
Yeah.
I didn't mind that one.
I like that one. I like that one too. My wife didn't like it, but I
just liked it for the history aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That was kind of neat. And then obviously Black Flag was great.
See, Black Flag's where they lost me.
Yeah. I enjoyed the naval combat. I was a fan.
I've played I started getting back into Assassins with what was the one they did in Greece?
Oh yeah. Syndicate? No.
Maybe that was Origins.
Odyssey?
Odyssey, yeah.
Yes.
That was all right. But again, like I said, there's no you can't leave the Animus. You don't know what's going on outside. You don't know why you're doing what you're doing inside the Animus.
Right.
You know?
Same with Valhalla.
Yeah.
I've heard it's really good now that they added in. My buddy played Odyssey and he goes, that's the only game I bought DLCs for. And he logged a ridiculous amount of hours into that game. And he's like, I loved it. He's like, I did everything and anything that I could in that game. And it was fantastic from start to finish. I'm like, I don't know, man. I started playing Origins and I just kind of was like, all right.
I mean, Origins looks cool. All the shit you're doing out in the desert and stuff like that. It's really cool. I just wish there was more of a story there of why you're doing what you're doing.
I think they're going to do that. There's going to be a lot of that with Mirage. I think, judging by what I've seen so far, it's just they're explaining, what they're doing. They're bringing somebody into the fold as a new assassin. And I think it's going to have a lot of backstory, which is going to be kind of cool to see why they're doing what they're doing. Shit like that. But it makes me wonder how they're going to do that, because are they just throwing you into the Animus as some random person and then you get recruited? I don't know. It seems kind of off-putting.
I don't know. I wish they did. I want their, with the Ezio saga, it was probably, I don't know, what would you say, a 60-40 split? 60% of the stuff you were doing inside the Animus, but then you were eventually coming out of it and doing stuff out there.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoy that aspect. I want to know why the character is doing what he's doing in the Animus.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice to know there's a purpose.
Yeah.
And it's, and not just running around assassinating people.
Yeah. Just don't
get me wrong. It's fun.
Just want to go see Cleopatra naked,
Right. That's what we got to do. Yeah. I'm still excited. There's a lot of Gamescom stuff. I had a list, but it's downstairs. And I don't even have pants on right now, so I'm definitely not walking down there to get that.
I put a shirt on just so it soak up the sweat because I'm sweating like a whore right now.
Man, gotta have your teeth out, and it fucks you all up.
Yep,
dicks.
God.
High on Life is going to be one of the better games, I think, that comes out this year on Game Pass. I hope it doesn't get to the point where the talking gun and the witty quips aren't like too annoying. Like it's just consistently just annoying as shit. I've got a feeling it's gonna get there. But it definitely seems fun. As a Rick and Morty fan, I think I will enjoy it. Be cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the only thing to really look forward to since they're pushing Harry Potter back till next year.
Dicks. Yeah. This is true. Oh man.
Can't get anything I want anymore. If I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all.
Touche. That'll happen. Man, now I'm just thinking about I made shotgun shells last week. Thinking about the smoker because now I'm hungry. Like the hangover's kicking in. Like I got a real bad splitting headache right over my eye right now. Definitely need more fluids. And now I'm just thinking about smoked delicious treats. I might eat the buff that's been sitting out on the table. I might just kind of scrape that top layer of crust off, kind of stir it around a little bit, and just go to town. We'll see. But the shotgun shells were phenomenal. Made those last week, and they on their own, just like one single one was like a meal. It fills you up. Having that pasta as the carrier was very nice. Huge fan. Oh, I think we're doing smoked pizza rolls. Maggie found this recipe online for some, I don't know, sauce to sauce them in, and then you add Florida Man's Lunacy to it. I'm like, okay, cool. Something to snicky snack on. That'll be nice.
So we tried talking about this last week, and we had a whole bunch of fucker. We had nothing but problems trying to record last week.
It was so bad.
And then we finally get a recording, and fucking somehow Restream loses the recording. So we tried talking a little football last week.
Yeah.
Since we have, what'd you think of week 1?
Wild. You get paid anywhere between $3 and $5 million to make a field goal, and you miss. Okay, whatever. Field goal's fine. Point after attempts. It's what, 30 yards? 35 yards with the step. Come on, man. I've never seen so many just muffed shots. Like amazing. The Steelers game, wild. We're all going nuts. It was me, Godson, Tice, Magoo. Well, Magoo was he was not here. But yeah, like man, and a lot of teams showing up and showing out. Like Jalen Hurts had a hell of a performance. Didn't see that coming. Can he do it again this week? Maybe. Cleveland defense are going to show up to play. Maybe. I did take them in FanDuel, so I go and switch FanDuel back around, right? So we can have 12 because we had like 15 people that wanted to play last week.
Yeah, and there's like 8 people.
There's 8 people in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I went in and did mine this morning.
However, I will say the 8 people are the consistent people. So
yeah,
there was enough. All the people from the bar got in. Christian's in there. Krusty Wallace is in there. We're in there. I seen Will yesterday. I should have took his phone and tried to figure out FanDuel for him, but I was in no right mind to do that.
Doesn't matter. You have to do the same thing with him next year.
That's true. Yeah. I'm just going to have him start writing his password down on a sticky note and put it on his fantasy football notebook. That way he knows. Because that's probably what he did. Let's be honest. Oh, no. My little light just died. Now I've got a shadow over here. This thing's pretty cool. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for week 2. I think it's going to be fantastic. Hopefully.
I believe, what was it, the Colts game had more missed field goals too, and I believe that kicker for the Colts got released.
Oh,
Like
did they get rid of him?
The next day.
Oh man,
this fucking look, and then you have the kicker for the Bengals. This fucking guy doesn't even look like he's older than 12 years old.
Yeah,
he's still got fucking acne. Like,
yeah.
my son almost looks older than this guy.
How about the Browns kicker, Cade York, paying off? That's why you draft a kicker. 58 yards, and he still had probably an extra 10 to give. That's impressive.
Boswell had that one kick that he hit off the upright.
Yeah, it's like 55 yards.
He did that from
56 yards.
56, like, and it looked like he probably could have made it from 65.
Yeah. It fucking hit the upright. I couldn't believe that. Hats off to Minkah Fitzpatrick though for being a G, because he saved the game. The offense was terrible, so hopefully they do better this week against the Patriots, I believe.
Hey, listen, some point during the season, if they can't get that offense up and running, good old Kenny P is going to have to come in and take over.
Small hands pick it. I'm ready for it.
Yep.
I'm ready. Let's get it going.
Scramble that ball around.
Fuck yeah.
Get it going. That's the same thing they said about Joe Burrows. He's got small hands.
And look at him.
Yeah.
Joey cool.
I mean,
Joey smooth.
He threw a couple interceptions.
Yeah, he did. But, 5 turnovers. And they capitalized a whopping 13 points off of 5 turnovers. The offense. I guess it would be 4 because the first one was a pick 6. So either way, come on, man. What are you doing? Get your life together.
Man, that came too close. You know how many times? So we had one tie last week, right?
Yep.
That Steelers-Bengals game came way too close to being another tie.
And I believe they had some random statistic about that. It would have been the first time they had 2 ties in the same week since I don't know, 70s, something like that. I'm like, oh shit. And how about, who was it that tied? It was the Giants and
it was the Colts Texans.
Colts and Texans. They played indoors, right?
Yeah. There's no reason. No still fucking reason to miss those field goals.
Like, holy shit.
The AC was blowing too hard.
I seen what's his face? Who the Ravens play?
The Ravens played.
Might not have been the Ravens. I think it was the Cowboys punter. Whoever it was, their first official punt in a game, he dinged it right off the Megatron.
Sign. They do that fucking shit every year, and then they always have to raise it up higher.
Yeah.
Every year.
It's like, hey, why don't you just leave it higher? Just move it up there.
I mean, you bought 100-foot fucking television to put in the middle of your arena. Of course, you're gonna have issues.
Yeah, it's gonna get hit multiple times.
Then you have everybody in the AFC North, but the Bengals win their first game.
Yeah,
even the Browns.
Even the Browns, they did it. They showed old boy down there who was boss. He almost mounted a comeback.
So I just saw an interesting statistic. I saw on Facebook the other day that Bill Belichick with Tom Brady was like 170 wins and like 42 losses or something like that. Without Tom Brady, he's at like 40 wins and 50 losses or some shit, like some stupid shit like that.
Damn. The goat's still out there slanging them. They pulled off a win. Yeah.
Giselle's thinking about coming out of retirement and going back modeling.
Wow. Didn't she give him an ultimatum?
Probably. He's announced last week that this was going to be his last year.
Okay. Oh, so he's definitely going to the ship.
He spent 2 fucking weeks at home with Gisele and was like,
fuck this.
I don't know if I can put up with this every day.
I'm going to go back to getting my shit knocked around. I'm cool with that. Man.
We got 2 Monday night games this week, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's the late game tonight? Isn't it Chicago and Green Bay, I believe?
Yes.
Man, they got their shit rocked.
Yeah, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers did not do well.
No. And you could just tell, like, he's
like, it looks like he doesn't even give a fuck.
Yeah.
Out there looking like Cameron Poe from
Con Air. So good. But yeah, I mean, he didn't do shit. We watched that game. Godson and Tyser, Packers fans, and man, they did terrible. Well, they did that last year though. They started off, it was like 38-3 or some shit like that, and then they ended up being contenders, just going on an absolute tear after that. So who knows if they can get it done again this year. Fantasy, I was close. Oh, so Hat Marcher texted me. He texted me last night. They're in Vegas currently. And he goes, what the hell? I can't get in on my FanDuel. He's like, it won't let me. He's like, I'm in a restricted area to be able to bet on FanDuel. I'm like, you're in the betting capital of the world and they won't let you bet?
It depends on what, I told you, it depends on what Wi-Fi he's on. If he's on a certain Wi-Fi, they might have restrictions on online betting.
I'm going to text him that right now.
He'd be better off using his data.
Josh said, use your data instead. All right. Yeah, look at him coming in talking all that shit. Oh, yeah, I'm going to beat you guys. I'm putting you all on notice. And then he wins week 1. Okay, good for you. Good for you.
I came in 3rd.
Yeah. I don't know what I came. I didn't finish very high. 5th, maybe. These turds better get it together. Let's go. Come on. We need 4. Well, when I go to this softball game, I'm going to see Chuck there and Ryan there. So that's another 2. Oh, Logan's not in. Come on, Logan.
He's out back getting handy from a lady boy.
Oh, speaking of lady boy, Jacob came over yesterday, brought his girlfriend. We had our doubts that she was actually a female, but she was indeed a female. So he
could be post-op.
Could be. There was a lot of things that she found out about how handsy he likes to get with men when he's drinking. Mm-hmm. So she was just kind of in shock. Not shock. I mean, it's not shocking. We all know that. Mm-hmm. And she's just kind of like looking at him like, really? I'm like, Tice got he got felled up a few times. They were buds.
Listen, all Tice would need to say was yes.
Yeah, it was on. So he was like, it wasn't that bad. I'm like, You could have got hit with charges. I mean, it was pretty handsy. But they were cool. They came back, hung out at SDHI, called that Schmanden guy and said, hey, we got a group of rowdy people coming in there. And then, yeah, that's how that went. I believe the lights are still on outside. I should probably go turn those off. It's all right. Fuck it. Oh, man. I got to stop drinking. Or at least drinking a lot, because holy shit. Like, I don't even think I'm going to have a beer today.
Like, when your shit starts coming out like a frothy beer, it's when you know you're starting to have issues.
It smelled like draft beer this morning. So I'm like, wow. But hey, that was a special occasion. We had a keg to drink. 164 beers fit in one keg. And I think we had Probably 158 after we got it primed and pumped. It was all foam and shit. But boy, howdy, it went down smooth.
So they announced, I don't know if you saw them, Marvel officially announced the Thunderbolts movie.
I did. What is that based on?
It's kind of like the Dark Avengers.
Okay.
So it's like it's a group of like the villains hired to. It's kind of like that version of Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Okay.
Yeah.
They are still doing a Dark Avengers movie though, right?
I don't know. I don't know if they're doing it.
I hope. Oh, I watched Morbius, and I liked the introduction of the Sinister Six. So that'll be cool that that's happening. Thunderbolts.
So as of right now, it's supposed to have Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, David Harbour, the Wyatt Russell, the guy that played the new hand-picked Captain America.
Okay.
But I think this is kind of a play off of the Dark Avengers, because I mean, I could be wrong. I don't remember ever seeing anything called Thunderbolts in the comics, but
I don't know. It's odd. I'll have to ask my dad if he knows anything about it. I still need to ask him about Quantum Leap too. I forgot about that. That'd be interesting.
No, I guess Thunderbolts is a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess it's their version of Suicide Squad.
Okay. See, I didn't watch Suicide Squad, so
I watched the first one. I never saw the second one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, I have a real big problem with making movies or comics where you're supposed to hate the villains, but you make them likable.
Yeah,
like you take the Joker as a movie, it was a great movie, but as a you're given a reason for why the Joker would be what he is. Mm-hmm. Then you just start feeling sympathy for him, and then you start going and they start rooting for him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
What are you trying to convey here? What's the bottom line?
Yeah. So, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What else is new and exciting? I still don't have a Jeep. So that's cool, I guess. Get to ride the Hog today, which would be nice. Nice, sobering ride. Somebody missed the window last night. I don't know who that was, but it's definitely a wet sock. I think Magoo's still sleeping downstairs. He hasn't gotten up, moved in a while. Maggie got up surprisingly early to go to these softball games. Tice's bag's here. I don't see Tice. I guess he could be on the couch out back. Don't know how he got home. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know where he went after Nathan's. I think he went to Krause's. And then they went back to, I don't know. I left. Like, hey, I'm outie. So there's a lot of things I don't know what happened. I did, however, eat a Reese cup and some of those sour strips while I was laying on the couch. I found them in the crack of the couch down beside the cushion. And man, they were tasty. I actually brought them up here. They're still laying on my bed because I ate a few of them when I got up here last night. They're fantastic. It was a nice little snack, dude. Last Monday, the Lizard gave us an extra salad. I might have paid for it. I don't remember, but man, I have never enjoyed a salad so much in my life than at 12:30 p.m., 12:30 a.m. in the dark, just going to town on it. I mean, oh, it was so good. It's just like a regular chef salad, just something nice, a little bacon, little ham, a little turkey in there, man. Yeah, and that episode that got recorded was, if that gets lost, that's okay. It was
there may or may not have been some shitting involved.
Oh, which one?
The one the one we well that oh yeah, the one you
the one I recorded late and drunk as balls was terrible. But yes,
the one we tried recording later on.
I hope that comes back, and I didn't realize it until afterwards that I was using the microphone on my Mac and not the Yeti mic. So when I hit mute on the mic, you were like, "Nope, still heard that."
It just droplets hitting water.
That's what people keep coming back for. That's the Guys Weekend podcast experience right there in a nutshell. I hope they find it. Damn it. The lost tapes. Man. It's almost chili season. And
I've been telling people I need to make chili now that I can actually fucking eat solid foods now.
Back comes the debate. Do beans belong in chili?
Absolutely.
I put them in there.
Yeah.
I like them.
I do not use chili beans. I use kidney beans.
Yes. Are you coming to Guys Weekend in October?
Yes. That's the plan.
Are we doing chili then?
We'll see why not.
Some fast bags? Yeah. I'm a fan. I think I heard Magoo get up downstairs because I mentioned fast bags. He's also a fan of that. I need to make some hot pepper soup as well. Maybe next weekend. I don't know what we're doing. Hot pepper soup just sounds delicious. I'll just put it on the smoker and let it roll all day.
Hey, who's all going up to Guys Weekend anyway? Because as of right now, the only people I know that actually answered was you and me.
So this sparks a debate that we had yesterday. Magoo is not coming. So he says. He's not able to take off time. Whatever. So we talked about a demotion. He's like, "What? I'm one of the OGs. I was up there." Da, 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 da. And I'm like, You're missing it. He goes, "Will's missed a few. Josh has missed a couple." I'm like, "Yeah, but listen." I said, "You got to think of it this way. The bloodline never gets demoted. If you served as president and you served your term, you're always referred to as president. So we can miss whatever we need to. We're still locked in." He's like, "Yeah, it's bullshit. I don't. What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Hey, man, you got to show up or show out." So Hat Marger and Alex would be there. They originally weren't going to be. Hat Marger rescheduled his family's Halloween party for another weekend so he could make it. To Guys Weekend. So hats off to you, Hat. You're a good man.
He might be taking Magoo's place.
He's getting up there. So Zach was like, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it because that's right when they get back from their honeymoon," which understandable. And I think the kid's birthday or something. She'll have another one next year. Just whatever. He's like, I don't lose my spot, do I? I'm like, "Listen, you can't get much lower on the totem pole." That's what Logan said. He goes, "It's hard to lose your spot when you're at the bottom." I'm like, "You've got a point." Other than that, I don't know. Mike Rader hasn't answered. He just got a new job, though, so he should have the time off. I think Godson said he's going to try to make it. Tice will be there. Will be there. So basically everybody except Magoo. Maybe. I think we can talk him into it.
He'll end up coming.
He's got to call off, one day? Come on.
What are they going to do? Fire him?
Right, exactly.
It take 3 months for them to fill his position.
Yeah. So I mean, oh wait, let's get a text. Oh, Magoo is texting me from downstairs. I'm out. I'll talk to you later. Bye, Magoo. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a thing. We have to figure that out. Damn, now I want chili. Maybe I'll make chili today. Oh, I could make chili and then put it over top of the pizza rolls. Oh, oh, hello, diarrhea, my old friend. I'm ready for it. I could make some chili. Damn. All right, now I'm gonna have to go figure something out. Shit.
Man. God, I could probably
sweating.
I could probably wring this fucking shirt out.
Fucking just sweating.
God, I feel now I know what women feel like when they're on menopause. Jesus.
That's no good. Sweaty. All right, let's wrap her up here, and because I think I gotta go doo again.
All right, so for Brandon Parks, I am Josh Henney. This was the Guys Weekend Podcast. See ya.
Bienvenidos.